from Thailand, Thailand. As you can see, it's another beautiful day here in Thailand. Got my iced coffee for breakfast. Very nice, keep me cool. As you all know, I usually focus my YouTube channel on life here in Thailand, but one of my subscribers, Damien, sent me a Facebook post that he saw, and it says some sado complained about this post and got it deleted. For what reason, I don't know. It was just a lovely tribute to the fallen soldiers of 2 world wars. I answered him saying, if there's another world war, the majority of this woke generation won't defend their country. They'll be too busy taking selfies and practicing their pronouns. I just got back from Kanchanaburi a little while ago, where I went to the cemetery where 13,000 prisoners of war died building the bridge over the River Kwai, most of them in their early to mid-20s. They died so people like that Pratt, who was offended by the post about fallen soldiers, could live in freedom. If those soldiers are looking down from heaven, they must be shaking their heads in disgust and wondering why they bothered. It's a crazy world we're living in today. I've been seeing this sort of thing a lot recently, where the new woke generation are up in arms about my generation and how we ruined the world for them. I think that they think that their generation will stop all wars and the world will live happily ever after and in harmony. But if they think that, I think they're deceiving themselves. You try telling that to the governments of North Korea, Russia, China, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Libya and Yemen and many other countries. I read recently about an army recruitment drive in the USA where they'd recruited a drag queen influencer, whatever that is, to try to boost recruitment. Take a look.
U.S. Navy is approaching a drag queen influencer to help persuade new recruits into joining the military. Yeoman Second Class Joshua Kelly, who goes by Harpy Daniels, announced back in November that he was the Navy's new digital ambassador. Their attempts to increase interest among young people amongst a historic recruitment crisis. A survey from the Ronald Reagan Institute found that only 13% of 18 to 29-year-olds are highly willing to join the military.
Yeah, that's really going to stop the Chinese or the Russians attacking the USA. They won't want any of that. Interesting, eh? I have no problem with anyone's sexuality and what they do behind closed doors, as long as they don't expect me to join in. As far as I'm concerned, each to their own. I live in Thailand, where ladyboys have been part and parcel of living here for many years, long before it became trendy to change your sex and your pronouns. Anyway, I'll run a segment of the video that I made when I visited the Death War Cemetery in Kanchanaburi. And then I want you to take a look at the segment that an Australian journalist, Alan Jones, has to say on the subject of our new woke generation. So I'm here at the Kanchanaburi War Cemetery, and I'm going to go through here now. Beautifully kept, very well kept. And here we have all the many dead, lines and lines and lines of them, who died building that railway. We'll read a few of them. A.L. Wiggs, Royal Army Service Corps, 26th of October 1943, died aged 23. C.B. Smith, died aged 27. B. Huxley, Royal Artillery, died aged 32. W.A. J. Frost, he died aged 36. And so on and so on. I was told by my father that one of his uncles died here building the railway, and I would imagine he could be buried here, but it's too hot to walk along here for me anyway, looking for someone called Hog. I was hoping they might be in alphabetical order, but unfortunately not. They're just scattered around. But also young, 26 years of age, 24 years of age, 24 years of age, 26 years of age, 24 years of age. I'd just like to say, when I see all these people back in places like the UK, Australia, USA, Canada, all over these Commonwealth countries, not USA was Commonwealth, well it was a few hundred years ago I suppose, but not anymore. When I look at what's happening today in those countries and I see the people tearing down statues and painting on them and, you know, disgracing them by these younger people who disagree with war. Well, everyone disagrees with war. I don't think any of these people came here to Thailand thinking that they loved war. They didn't. They came because they loved their country. The Australians loved Australia. They didn't want it to fall into German hands or Japanese hands one day, so they came and fought for their country. And all these people who were desecrating the statues, you should be ashamed of yourselves. All these young men died so you can live a good life, so you can go to your universities, so that you can have the right to protest. I have no problem with you protesting. I think everyone's right to protest, but to desecrate statues of people who died to give you the life that you have, I think is a terrible thing to do. And it hits home when you come somewhere like this and you realise the sacrifices that people have made for our countries. So keep that in mind, any of you woke people, next time you're going to spray paint a statue of a war hero. If it wasn't for him, you might be speaking German or Japanese now and not have the right to do anything in your country. Perhaps very much like China, you'd be doing what you're told to do, and you wouldn't have much choice. Keep that in mind if you're thinking of desecrating another war memorial.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
To all the school kids going on strike for climate change, you're the first generation who've required air conditioning in every classroom. You want TV in every room, and your classes are all computerised. You spend all day and night on electronic devices. More than ever, you don't walk or ride bikes to school, but you arrive in caravans of private cars that choke suburban roads and worsen rush hour traffic. You're the biggest consumers of manufactured goods ever, and update perfectly good, expensive luxury items to stay trendy. Your entertainment comes from electric devices. Furthermore, the people driving your protests are the same people who insist on artificially inflating the population growth through immigration, which increases the need for energy, manufacturing and transport. The more people we have, the more forest and bushland we clear. The more of the environment that's destroyed. How about this? Tell your teachers to switch off the aircon. Walk or ride to school. Switch off your devices and read a book. Make a sandwich instead of buying manufactured fast food. No, none of this will happen because, the piece says, you're selfish, badly educated, virtue-signalling little turds inspired by the adults around you who crave a feeling of having a noble cause while they indulge themselves in Western luxury and unprecedented quality of life. Wake up, grow up and shut up.
But Yeah, I think what Alan Jones said there is quite true, and I really do fear for the future of the world, but hopefully sanity will return and my kids and grandkids will have good lives. But I'm really glad that I spent my youth growing up in the 1950s, 60s and 70s, when life was much more fun and exciting. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now. If you haven't already done so, please push the subscribe button. If you're thinking of retiring or living in Thailand, take a look at my book, The Retire in Thailand Handbook 2023, the next 6 years. It's crammed full of information to help you tiptoe over the logistics of making Thailand your home in retirement. Thanks a lot for watching my channel. So until next time, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for now.